Hello, everyone, and welcome to the unveiling of OpenSolar 2.0. I'm Andrew McGugan, Pro Experience Manager here in the US. We want to let you know that we're live on Zoom, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So wherever you're dialing in from, thank you for being here. If you have any questions during this session, please leave them in the chat, and our Pro Experience Manager for Australia, Christian Starkey, will be happy to assist.
And I am Maaike Geubel. I'm Head of Global Partnerships. We want to extend a warm welcome to the solar professionals attending from all over the world. We also extend our gratitude and best wishes to our global partners who are in attendance today. None of this would be possible without you, and we really appreciate you.
And hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Mark Matos, also Pro Experience Manager here at OpenSolar. You know, it's a huge moment for us. In 2019, we launched as the world's first free end-to-end solar design and sales platform. And after hundreds of thousands of proposals generated by thousands of solar installers in over 120 countries, we've grown fast and learned a ton. So today, it's our privilege to show you everything we've learned and the feedback we've incorporated into this OpenSolar 2.0. But we're not stopping there. The team also has some really cool announcements to share. And because we're about making installers more efficient, we elected to take just 30 minutes of your time. I'd like to introduce you to our co-founder, Birchie. But before I do, please enjoy this sneak peek covering everything that we're going to be reviewing today.
The world's fastest, most accurate 3D solar design tool. Market-leading customer experience, 100% branded as your business. Dynamic selling tools, multiple system options, compelling digital proposals, all devices, multiple finance options, fully integrated. Approval takes seconds, all for your proposal. End-to-end workflow includes project permitting and install management. World-leading accuracy means excellent installation and reliable system performance, which means happy customers referring friends. Managed in your CRM through the OpenSolar API. Our completely free of charge software saves your business thousands so that you're free to grow. OpenSolar.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. From COP26, the climate conference here in Scotland. This is what it looks like on the screenshot behind me. All the politicians are here talking climate, but I don't believe it's the politicians that are going to save the planet. It's you, the solar entrepreneurs, selling and installing more and more solar, growing your business year on year over the next decade. That's how we solve the climate crisis. And our role at OpenSolar is to provide you with the best software to help you grow and delivering that for free. So this is a really big moment for us and the team. We're launching what is now the fastest and third-party validated, the most accurate solar design software in the world. And along with speed and accuracy, tonight we're going to be sharing with you a host of new integrations that bring efficiencies and scalability, because it's pretty simple what we all want. We want to close more deals with less time. So let's see how simple and easy we can make it and get started. So this is 2.0. Welcome to the new homepage, all in your logo, your app, your tool. And let's pretend now we're a salesperson, just got an address here from an inquiry, and you'll see the new project zone. You've got each project. You can go anywhere you want into the project. We're here in the info section, so let's just take the customer's information. Maybe we have them on the phone, for example. And now let's grab some electricity information if they have it. Now, you might, in the States, want to use the utility API import through our partnership there. Number of different ways of taking energy data. Let's assume we've got a couple of months here. And you'll see that the new 2.0 Energy tab has a profile created for that, and we're straight into the design. So we just fundamentally don't believe that you should take 30 minutes to design a solar system. That's where the losses come in the sales process. And we certainly don't think you should wait for hours for someone else to do it for you. Salesperson literally can just pull up this beautiful digital surface map, paint panels on, super easy. And the smarts of Adam Pryor, the smartest guy, I think, in the solar industry, and his team do all the work on the back end. So this is taking the specs of the panel, designing it accurately to the scale of the roof. It's figuring out the pitch of the roof, the azimuth, and now the full shading. So you've got all the losses in this new loss diagram chart, all the calculations done. So you can see the output here at about 75, 3/4 of this customer's energy. You can also check the profitability of the system as you're designing. So super easy. That's it. Just done. Because it's so easy, let's just do a quick second choice for the customer, second option. So let's put a second array down here on the south side and try and get up to 100% generation with the second option. And just for fun, let's add a battery. Now you can pick any technology. We've got a huge database, 25,000 products you can pick from. These are dummy products we're using tonight for the demo. For the exhibit and the technology, but just to show how easy it is. And that's it. So you're done. You're now able to send a proposal directly to that customer. They get this lovely little welcome message if they get it on email, and all the calculations are done. Beautiful image of the solutions, multiple choices. We find that that's really important in our experience selling and designing. Giving them choice, it increases conversions, and we're seeing 24% conversions from proposal to sale in the OpenSolar tool across all our professionals. Now you can configure it, a bunch of new cool tools and 2.0s. You can see in proposal configuration, multiple templates you can pick. You can choose what contract you want to show, and also include our DocuSign integration now as well. So also in all the OpenSolar proposals, you have this lovely content from our partners. So to reiterate what Micah said a second ago, thank you to the partners. This is a triple win. The partners get to show off their technology directly to the customer. You get higher sales conversion because lovely digital content to help you explain the products and the solutions you've created for them. And it's also a win for the customer because they get to understand, how the batteries are working, what the panel warranties are all about, and all that good stuff. Customers also in the OpenSolar tool are getting all these nice digital tools to understand how solar works, because we forget, they're at that basic level. So all of this helps people understand. You can put your own video in, describing differentiating your business, differentiating your sales benefits, all the financials represented, of course, and including cash and loan. And we've got some very cool stuff later today on in proposal financing. So that's the digital proposal. And when you're ready, you can send that as an email to a customer if that's how you're going to sell. You might have just had them on the phone earlier, for example. So, customizing that message a little bit, kind of cute, or just using templates. And if you do a little bit of setup on OpenSolar, everything can happen really, really fast. And that is all about efficiency and sales closing. So that then sends the customer that digital proposal. Now, clicking bottom left, we can see now sales mode. So you could be screen sharing over the phone online with a customer, but you'll also see this looks really pretty in a tablet environment. So imagine yourself, in a neighborhood, design a system in, seconds, get that out in an iPad in front of a customer over the kitchen table with your own contract. And you can literally guide them through that, take their credit card details and accept and digital sign right there and then with the customer. So all of this toolkit completely free, and in our experience is proving really powerful for our users all over the world. And while I'm in the tablet environment here, let me just show you how we also have a ton of project management now in 2.0. So you can manage all your customers, you can find, filter, tag, search. Let's just say Jessica has just called in and we want to pull up her quote. So this is all in the cloud. So any of your team can access this information wherever you are in the field or in the office. So it's a really big win because you're not doing multiple data entry across the team. And it's very helpful from accuracy perspective because you know what the status of the project is and you've got all the information in one place. You can create activities, schedule appointments. You can tag actions. All of this is completely configurable to your workflow. We will talk a little later about how you can plug this into existing tools and workflows and CRMs you have. But if you want to use, from our experience, a really great toolkit and set of tools in OpenSolar, you can do that right here in the cloud. So also we have, just lastly, post-sale, a lot of functionality that's very helpful. You can update site details. You can even now, with the Greenlancer integration, order your plan set just in one click. And it's, again, taking the efficiency of one set of data entry. So that spits out the plan set from Greenlancer, which you can then save in the document management section here. You can also do cool stuff like upload photos from the field directly into that project. So complete project management, everything in one place, and ultimately just these really beautiful online proposals. And that's really what it's all about, trying to get customers through the information journey in a really elegant, simple way to help you sell more systems. So I'm going to stop there. I've talked a lot about speed, but it's really this combination of speed and accuracy that is really where the power of the tool comes through. So representing the work of the development team and updating you now on some news we've had all the way from the top, from the US Department of Energy, no less, the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, results that I'm going to hand over to Joe to share with you to talk about accuracy. Joe, back to you in California.
Well, thanks, Bertie, and hi, everyone. So as Bertie said, I'm based here in Berkeley, California, and I oversee product at OpenSolar. So Bertie wanted me to talk a bit about accuracy. So our work on accuracy at OpenSolar is motivated by the desire to help you keep the promises that you make to your customers, right? We see it as our job to generate accurate production estimates so that the real world system performance matches what you sell your customer. And we think we're better at that job than anyone else out there with the most accurate tool in the market. A minute ago, Bertie talked about how we're the fastest tool for creating a solar and battery proposal. So I imagine that it might sound strange for me to now sit here and say we're also the most accurate, right? How can we claim to be the most accurate and the fastest at the same time? The simple answer is that we're providing access to the best available data, and we're leveraging it better than anyone else. The best quality data out there is high resolution 3D data based on photogrammetry. So we use that and we avoid lower resolution LiDAR data and the challenges that come with that. Photogrammetry works by taking millions of aerial photos and weaving them together using machine learning and ground truth surveys to create an incredibly high resolution 3D model of an area, including homes, other buildings, and even individual trees. When you check out one of these models in OpenSolar, it's really easy to see why this is a superior approach. These automatically generated 3D site models eliminate the need to manually build a 3D model, which is slow, expensive, and prone to human error. You just type in an address and you've got a full high-resolution, accurate 3D model sitting on the screen in front of you. So you don't need to make a trade-off between speed and accuracy. The 3D data gives you both at the same time. But we don't just use the model to get the pitch and the azimuth and the scaling of the array right. We also use it to automatically assess shading by running ray tracing simulations to determine exactly where shadows fall, hour by hour, over the course of the entire year. But we don't just do this at the array level or even at the module level. We go all the way down to the substring level to deliver the most accurate possible shading simulations. As you can see in the animation here, the 3D model uses the actual trees present at the site, not rough, simplified approximations that a user had to manually and often really painstakingly add. This allows for more accurate results with much, much less effort. But we don't stop at giving you an accurate representation of the real world as it is today. We know that things change, so we give you the tools to adjust the 3D model as needed to support real world sales. So if you're going to trim a tree during installation, you can trim it in OpenSolar first and see how it impacts production figures. If you're going to build a new shed and put the system there, you can easily build that shed in OpenSolar, situated in the 3D model, and get the most accurate possible production estimates. We know that in the real world, these challenges come up all the time, and we don't ever want to see you get stuck. So that's how we do it. But how do we know that we have world-leading accuracy? We asked leading independent engineers to assess the tool's accuracy, and we're excited to share those results with you for the first time today. So first, we conducted an independent accuracy assessment with PVAL, covering scaling and pitch. They took measurements in the field on roofs of all shapes and sizes and compared them with the same measurements taken in OpenSolar. The results show OpenSolar scaling and pitch accuracy to be better than any other tool on the market. To validate our shading estimates, we asked NREL, which has been benchmarking shading accuracy for solar design tools for years, to take a look at OpenSolar. They compared the shading estimates provided by OpenSolar with assessments they made on the roof using a sun eye and found the accuracy of our estimates to be best in class. If you're curious to see more about the details behind these studies or even read the whole thing, I'd invite you to check them out at opensolar.com/accuracy. We're really proud of what we have created, and we think that when you try it, you're really going to love it.
Thank you, Joe. That's truly some amazing stuff. You know, I've spent the last decade working with solar professionals, and I've learned that the absolute table stakes of solar design is accuracy. It saves a huge amount of time, eliminates rework, it creates bankable systems, and most importantly, it ensures that happy customers get what they're promised and then tell their friends. But we have something else to share with you today. So how do you increase the likelihood of getting a yes from your customer? Sure, a beautiful, accurate proposal is a big step in the right direction, but when we think about streamlining your workflow, it goes beyond the proposal. That's why today we're announcing the full integration of the leading solar finance providers from Australia and the United States. Starting today, you'll be able to offer custom solar finance solutions from Bright, Energy Ease, and Plenty in Australia, and from Mosaic, SunGauge, Sunlight, and GoodLeap here in the US, fully integrated into the proposals with accurate pricing, plus the ability for your customers to apply for finance, get approved, and sign electronically without ever leaving the proposal. Switching them on is easy, and if you're not a dealer for one of the providers, but you want to be, you can even apply right from the OpenSolar account. Let's take a look using SunGauge as an example. We know solar is new to most customers and financing is often intimidating, so our goal is to reduce that trust by offering a simple, streamlined purchase and finance experience. When you use one of the finance integrations, we'll automatically pull all your loan products into OpenSolar, ensuring you've always got access to the latest and most accurate data. You'll be able to add whatever payment option you want to your proposal with just a click. The loan terms will be presented to the customer in a clear, simple term that have been approved by the lender, so you don't have to worry about whether the proposal will pass the compliance review. And best of all, they're able to apply for a loan and get their credit decision without ever leaving the proposal. No more fumbling around with different websites or asking the customer to track down emails in their inbox. And you'll receive real-time email notifications each step of the way as your customer moves through the process. When the customer is approved, we'll pass that information over to the finance company so you can manage the rest of the process just as you would today without any repeat data entry. As always, the finance integrations are available at no additional cost, and we hope you'll take advantage of them to simplify your sales process and ultimately sell more solar.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mark. I know, having spent a decade in solar sales, that the key to getting the sale is making it work financially for the customer and taking away the reasons to say no. I think that giving the solar professionals the ability to do this all from the OpenSolar platform without having to launch multiple apps or make their customers jump through hoops is definitely the way to go. Can't wait to hear from all of our solar professionals on OpenSolar to see how it's working for them. All right, so we heard Joe talk a bit about the importance of speed and accuracy. So we thought we'd have some fun and have a little race between the members of the Pro Experience team here at OpenSolar to show you just how fast you can create a quality design on OpenSolar 2.0. So let's get started with what I believe is the world's first ever solar design race. All right, before we begin, let's welcome our competitors from the Pro Experience team. We've got Eli Omni coming at us from Miami, Florida, Isidro down in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and Chris over in Austin, Texas. All right, they've all recorded their entries into this race. So Mark, let's set the timer, get ready, and let's go. And away they go. All right, we've got Eli Omni, Chris, and Isidro all getting started on their designs by entering their addresses and centering their homes in the design tool. Eli Omni is loading OpenSolar 3D, which allows us to get accurate and automatic calculations for the azimuth, slope, and shading for the system. She is left clicking and holding to paint her panels across the roof and build her first array. Now she has selected the shading dropdown to access OpenSolar 3D shading analysis. This will help her determine what impacts any trees or obstacles might be having on the system production throughout the year to make sure she's got really accurate calculations on the production, cost, and savings. Meanwhile, Chris has drawn out his first roof face and he's now defining the edge types to determine what his setbacks might be on this roof. This will allow him to see the setbacks highlighted by the red next to the yellow lines so he can draw his system within the setback rules. Meanwhile, Isidro here has finished his first array, and he is now going to select an inverter to go ahead and add to the system. Once he's picked his inverter there, he'll go ahead and string the panels together by adding a string, and then once he's selected or highlighted his string, he will then paint across the panels, much like when you placed them originally, to string his different panels and get the most efficient and accurate calculations for the production of the home. Now that Isidro has finished stringing his system, the next step will be to add a battery, which Eli Omni is doing right now. So she'll go ahead and select a battery from the system to add it to her project. Meanwhile, Chris here has finished adding all of his hardware and his pricing and payment options. He is now setting his final views, and it looks like he's saving his project, and he's actually moving on to the proposal. So it looks like Chris has finished his first design and has now got his proposal completed in 1 minute and 38 seconds. Congratulations, Chris. Eli Omni is finishing her final views, and she's setting those up right now. And it looks like she has finished setting those and is done with hers as well. So Eli Omni has finished her proposal in under 1 minute and 50 seconds. Isidro is right behind her about a second or two later, and all three of our racers have completed their designs and proposals in under 2 minutes on OpenSolar. Right, that was quite the showing, everyone. Nicely done. There's always got to be a winner, and in this case, we got to give it to Chris with that strong combo of solar and storage and financing, all clocking in at 1 minute and 38 seconds. Congratulations, Chris, you're a winner. And what we saw there were 3 examples of just how fast OpenSolar 2.0 can produce a highly accurate, interactive, online proposal with multiple designs, system views, storage, and finance options.
Thank you, Andrew. That was a lot of fun. The great proposal race. Well, what makes OpenSolar 2.0 so slick is a new user interface, the accuracy and auto shading, but also the fact that you can set up your own default pricing schedules, hardware selections, and finance providers, and then use those time and time again for every design. To help our solar pros, we're offering you a personalized service between now and December 10th, where for qualified solar businesses, we'll set this up for you for free in a one-on-one session. All you have to do is go to the all-new opensolar.com/support team to request a session, and we'll make it happen. So if you've been thinking about switching to OpenSolar, now is that time.
Thanks, Mark. All right, so what have we seen so far? We've seen an all-new streamlined design. We've seen 7 fully integrated finance partners, and we've witnessed just how fast you can create highly accurate, compelling online proposals on OpenSolar, all for free and for every user in your solar business. But we're not done. We'd like to show you an industry first, aimed at streamlining your workflow even more. Today, we're announcing a world first in partnership with Iron Ridge.
Yeah, I really love this one, Andrew. What happens right now when you get a sale? It's time to order the panels, inverters, and batteries you're going to need. But what about racking equipment? And how do you make sure you order enough equipment, but not too much? Well, starting today for all US dealers on OpenSolar, you're able to automatically create a bill of materials for Iron Ridge equipment that itemizes exactly what you're going to need for your design. Let's see it in action. With the new OpenSolar and Iron Ridge integration, you can generate a full BOM, including all Iron Ridge hardware straight from the OpenSolar tool. Just click on Iron Ridge Bill of Materials and select your system details, with roof material, roof attachment type. Once you've entered all that, click on Get Bill of Materials, and that'll communicate with the Iron Ridge, and they will give us a recommended BOM for the quantity and also the pricing that you might need for this specific design. If you agree with everything, click on Save Changes, and the equipment will then show up in the design on the left-hand side. From there, you click on Iron Ridge Bill of Materials. And then in the info section, you'll see on the top right, the download BOM. If you click on the download BOM, you'll get the option to choose from CSV or a PDF file. When you click download BOM, it'll generate a PDF that you can simply send to your distributor for an easy and efficient ordering process. Now, back in the proposal, in the online proposal, you'll see exactly where the Iron Ridge content shows up in the proposal. So for a much more customer-friendly Iron Ridge exhibit, you can see it all from here. Now, we hope you see the potential of this innovation to streamline your business. And if you're watching from outside the US and you want to see this type of service in your country, don't hesitate to email us at support@opensolar.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here today and giving us 30 minutes of your time. I know it was a lot of information, but I hope you find it valuable. We've captured the experience of the 176 years of experience, direct solar sales and installation experience we have on the OpenSolar team now. And obviously with the input from thousands of our existing installers, which has been completely invaluable. So thank you for that. So I wonder though, whether some of you are concerned about, in order, how to use this great technology, you have to change your workflows or retrain your teams. And we don't want you to have to do that, which is why our final announcement today is the OpenSolar API. So we recognize that you have existing CRM and accounting systems and workflows and other tools. So that's why we're making this completely free to connect OpenSolar to your existing systems so you can continue to work the way you want to work. And to hear more, I'm going to invite Peter from Leeson Solar in Australia, whose company has successfully integrated the systems with OpenSolar API.
So we use Salesforce for our sales and our operating system. Salesforce now integrates through the OpenSolar API by bringing all the job details in an opportunity across address, sets up the details within there. We then quote and design our system through OpenSolar. OpenSolar pushes back through the API all the project information and allows us to see when the customer is viewing their proposal. Once the customer accepts the proposal through the OpenSolar API, it closes the opportunity and creates a job. It also brings in all the job materials from OpenSolar. So we know panels, inverters, all the information, roof type, and that comes into our job system where we can do all our purchasing. It's a real benefit for our business because it negates any error across the platform, that we know exactly what materials are being sold to the customer, and that flows right through to engineering when we install the project.
Awesome. Thanks, Peter, and everyone from Leeson Solar. It's an absolute pleasure to serve you and your business. And you definitely did a better job than I could explaining the API, and it's great to see that come to life with your examples. Thank you. So we're called OpenSolar because we take this stuff seriously. We're not a walled garden. We don't force you to select specific equipment or force you down a workflow exclusively or demand a monthly or a per design fee. All of OpenSolar, including all the great new innovations we've shown you today, are 100% free for all of your team. We're really just about success, because if you win, we win, and the planet wins. So for existing installers on the platform, really excited for you to see 2.0 now available in your account. And for those of you who don't yet have an account, please do visit our all new opensolar.com website to learn more, get your questions answered, and sign up, create the account, and get started with our fantastic pro experience team. They'll get you set up and designing systems for zero cost in no time at all. So that's it. Thanks to you. Thanks to our partners for sponsoring this and making it free for everyone. And thank you to my team, the OpenSolar crew, to my fellow co-founder, Adam, and for all the crew for their hard work to make today a reality. And thanks to everyone. Happy designing, happy selling, and good evening from Scotland, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. We are just a little before 30 minutes. So I will say, if you have to jump, please do. We have multiple webinars every week running to answer your questions. But if you want to stick around, we're going to we have just a couple of minutes of quick Q&A. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for their participation today. Let me just direct just a few questions to some of our panelists here. First up, we got a question from Kyle from California. He's asking, are you guys free because you sell our data? Bertie, I might let you take that one for us.
Yeah. So we've had this question a lot, Kyle. So thank you for asking it. So we don't sell your data. I encourage everyone to look at our T's and C's right there in black and white. Very strict use of data. We don't sell it. We're free because we're mission oriented, and we think a better model where the sponsors are these amazing partners, and there's this win-win where you get all the solutions they bring, and they very kindly sponsor the tool. So that's why it's free. It's not the data, and yeah, please check out the T's and C's. Thanks for the question.
Cool. Thank you, Bertie. Next up, we got one from Nick from North Carolina. Nick was just asking us, I'm often working at night. How do I know that there's someone there to help me out? Andrew, I might pass that one over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Christian. And thank you, Nick. Appreciate the question. The great news is today at OpenSolar, we offer around-the-clock support. So we have a global sales and support team, individuals covering all time zones for the Americas, for Europe, Asia, and Oceania. So we've got really great coverage, and we're able to help any of our users at all hours, whether you're working up late at night or up early in the morning. So here to help you, and please reach out to support@opensolar.com if you have any questions, or feel free to schedule a live demo right through the tool. Thank you.
Cheers, Andrew. And just before we wrap up for today, I'll just pass this last third question on. This one's from Andreas in Madrid. He's asking, do we have to only use the products of your partners? And Micah, I'll let you take that one for us.
Sure. Thanks, Andreas. Thanks for the question. Of course, you can choose from any of the products that we have in our database. We have about 25,000 products in there, and we really want you to decide what technology you use in your business. If you come across something that is missing, please send us an email at support@opensolar.com, and we will add the product for you to the database. Of course, there is also additional content from our partners. They will have extra collateral, some marketing collateral, and a spec sheet there for you to make it easier. Thank you.
Thank you, Micah. With that, we'll say goodbye for now. And again, we want to extend our thanks to our wonderful global solar community. If you have any further questions, you can always just reach out to us at support@opensolar.com, and we'll see you all next time.